Yeah, chicken nice.
I want to get one of those stick mics.
Chicken nice.
That they use on Price is
What?
Right. You know, like the stick mics from Price is Right?
Yeah,
You know,
I
the
do.
really awkwardly thin microphone?
I do.
What if I had that as my
That would be amazing. You want? We're started. We've started.
Yeah, I know. I was just telling you.
Well, back it up. Hey,
Hi,
what's up, everybody?
We're doing the Monday M.A.S.S again.
I know. On a Monday, like third Monday in a row, we're really professionalizing this this podcast.
I'd like to
business.
dedicate this episode of the Monday M.A.S. for all of you out there that go in the ocean and you fucking kill stingrays.
Yeah.
Because fuck those nail guns in the
Oh
ocean.
my gosh.
We'll get
Todd
into
is
that.
really on an anti-stingray rant
That's right.
to start the show. We're going to get to why Todd hates stingrays in a minute. Before we get there, let's talk about this being the world's greatest action sports podcast. You know that. You've tuned in either via YouTube or here on You Online, on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. You're listening to this, and we appreciate that.
AOL.
It's August 31st, 2021. I'm Chris Coté.
I'm Todd Richards.
Todd Richards. Let's talk sponsors for a minute here. We are using our Beneath Apparel underpants tripod yet again for the video portion of our show, and we're both wearing Beneath Apparel. These are the best underwear in the world. You can get them too. Go to @Beneath Apparel on Instagram, click the link, go to the website, pick out some underpants. You will be so happy that you decided to do this.
Yep.
And you're going to get a deal, 20% off. We got Bubs Naturals. Bubs Naturals. Go to Bubs Naturals on the internet. You can enter the code MASS20. We're talking collagen, MCT brain oil, muscles, brains, the things that we need, right?
Right. Let me do one.
Nanocraft CBD, you want to do? I'll do Nanocraft CBD and you do the rest.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nanocraft CBD, anxiety, muscle, joint pain. I don't know if Todd used some Nanocraft CBD after
inflammation?
he got almost his foot
We'll
amputated.
get to that. We'll get to that.
Nanocraft CBD, we also have a code, MASS20, Todd.
All right, and then we have New Greens. You want to talk about putting some salad-like substances in your body?
In your body, yes.
Well,
inside.
New Greens is the way to do it. There's a code for New Greens. It's MASS20 at checkout. Have all your vegetables, minerals, anything that you would find in a salad. Start your day with it, and also tune into the Midlife Health Minute on Instagram for New Greens. Also, we have Adventure.io. Adventures are coming to you at Adventure.io on Instagram. It's the only app that you can craft your own adventure,
That's true.
given that you can choose from the drop-down list.
That's right.
Right?
And I promise that we're going to open up some dates for Todd and I's adventures.
We can go down to the beach and we can fucking kill
go
stingrays.
on a stingray killing adventure.
Hanson Surfboards.
That's right.
Local since before time at Hanson Surfboards on the Instagram. MASS10 at checkout if you're buying stuff on their online store. They've got everything you need. They've got the Tommy Bahama shirt.
You've got questions, surfboards, Channel Islands,
They have a
Lost,
giant selection of
Heisel.
wetsuits. Not a lot of people have wetsuits right now. Hanson Surfboards has wetsuits. They are hard to come by.
I went to Hanson Surfboards just the other day, and I saw. Do you ever wear gloves when you surf?
No.
Okay, they have 1 millimeter. They have 1 millimeter thick gloves. I think by O'Neill, and I like booties, but I also compliment the booties sometimes with gloves. I know it doesn't get freezing here in Southern California, but
Dude,
I like comfort.
1 millimeter is like the yellow gloves that you
It's
use
amazing.
for cleaning your kitchen.
Or maybe they're 2 millimeter. Either way, I put a pair on. I was like, I'm buying these, so I'm coming to Hanson.
What if
after
you
the show.
wore a spring suit and gloves?
I
Just
used to wear
short arm,
I used
full
to wear
suit
webs.
with gloves.
Do you ever wear webs?
No.
I wore
It
webs.
sounds like tendonitis.
Well, they're webs, webbed fingers. That was the late '80s.
Worked for the
Early
creature from the
90s.
Black Lagoon.
What
I was
else we
throwing
got?
that one back to the 50s. That was a monster movie from the 50s for
From
all of you.
before everyone was
That's
born.
right. We also have Panic and Coffee and Tea at Panic and Coffee and Tea. You
Oh,
can
but-
order what?
Can I?
What?
Oh, never mind. I thought you were
Don't jump.
bringing me panic.
I forgot.
Where's yours?
I drank it. I got sidelined.
Selfish.
All I've been doing is talking about this freaking stingray.
I know you've been on a
adventure.
stingray tour.
Stingray
All right.
Charles.
But youonline.com. You might be listening to us at youonline.com right now. There's a lot of great shows on there.
might not be.
I was on an episode of Tales from the Cobblestones, which is coming out soon. That'll be on uonline.com as well. You say Chemistry Surfboards?
I didn't, but Chemistry Surfboards, you want to get a surfboard, you go to Chemistry Surfboards, support local. And a big see you later to Warner. Old Warney's moving on. He was running the marketing, the imaging of Chemistry Surfboards. He's moving back east. He'll be back, though.
Okay.
He'll be back.
Okay.
So anyways, Chemistry Surfboards, they make some of the best damn boards out there.
Those are our sponsors. We're glad to have them. And, this is just a sneak little peek. We're going to have a new sponsor starting next show.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We're just going to give you a peek.
You think we have baggage?
Oh, these people have baggage. Should we just name the brand? Give them a little... Okay. You want to name the brand? We don't have any product here yet.
Are we
don't
allowed
have
to name
contracts.
the brand? We can name the brand now?
Herschell's. We can do whatever
Herschell's backpacks.
Herschell.
And Herschell.
Just no S.
No, well, they might be another.
It's not owned by a guy named Herschell.
No, but when we get bags, they'll be Herschel's.
But not
There'll
apostrophe
be multiple.
S.
Just Herschell.
These are Herschell bags.
Well,
I have a bunch of Herschels with me. Herschell bags coming on board. We're going to give you all the information, codes, show you some of the product next week. And we're very excited because this is a big step to making this an actual podcast. Right? Yep. We're really doing it. So stay tuned. You're going to love it.
What constitutes a real podcast?
I don't know what constitutes a real podcast.
Because obviously we don't have the listeners. We also don't have the organization.
No. But we do have an intern now.
Yes. We are real.
We have an intern named Gianna. She's just joined us this morning. I already have her out sending off the t-shirts that you've ordered and the skate decks that you've ordered. She's at the post office right now.
That's right.
We also have a guy named Taylor Schultz who will be helping us professionalize the back end. Mm-hmm. So you can eventually go to mondaymass.com and see all the past episodes. You can buy stuff off Shopify. Mm-hmm. We're getting some professionals.
Because right now
involved.
it's like a disappearing message.
It's there, but is it there? It's a thing, but is it a thing? Well, soon it will be a thing. Oh my gosh, Todd. I had an exclusive last week.
With who?
I'm going to find it. Oh, boom.
Wait,
okay.
Are we going to already go to the exclusive? I feel like I've got so much more to talk about.
No. I'm not going there yet. Let's talk. So Surf News is brought to you by a stingray.
Let's go before. Stingray News is brought to you by New Greens. New Greens. M.A.S.S 20 at checkout. So Chris, on Friday, I was having a fun little surf. It was little, it was tiny. There wasn't really much going on out there in the ocean. I'm a shuffler. I do shuffle my feet. I hit the water with my board. I stomp.
You were hitting the water with your board?
This is like when I go out into the ocean. Okay, this is my routine. Okay. I don't mess with stingrays. I've been stung. This time was my 5th time being stung. So ending my session, I kick out of a wave. I jump down, put my feet in the ground, and I felt like I got hit in the foot with a hammer. Okay, so let me just stop you right here.
Okay.
Because
the people need to know. There's basically 2 ways to get... Well, there's multiple ways, but in surfing, there's 2 ways to get nailed by a stingray. One of them is walking out, walking in, walking with your board. The other, the unpredictable, worst way for this to happen, pull out a wave, jump off your board, land in the sand, which is what happened to you, Todd. Yes. Then what happened?
And then, so I said, like I just said, I felt like I got hit with a hammer.
Okay.
And I was like, shit, I got stung by a stingray. But this one was different because...
No, it hits different.
This one
This one be tweaking.
So then I pulled my foot up out of the water. And this is for those of you that are watching...
On YouTube. Subscribe and like.
I'm holding in my hand the barb from the stingray, which is as long as my pinky. Okay.
You almost said something different.
This is as long as my penis, and it's a serrated barb.
Oh.
And this barb that's like an inch, 2 inches. How long?
I would say that's about 2.5 inches long, and it's about a quarter of an inch thick at the base. Goes up to I was very surprised by how
Okay.
sharp the tip is.
It's this fucking thing, and it's like
It's a knife.
It looks like a surfboard. Ooh, I could put little fins on
Oh, yeah, it's got some rocker.
it's got rocker to it. So anyways, this thing was sticking all the way through my
Let's see your toe. Oh, it's all
I
bandaged
can't. It's all
up.
bandaged
Okay.
up. It was sticking all the way through my big toe. And
Hold on. Through the side.
through the side of my big toe.
Jesus Christ.
All the way through and poking the next toe. So it had skewered my big toe.
I hate this story.
And so I'm like, oh my God. Instantly going, I was having a nice little Friday morning.
You're having a good time.
I was having fun.
Taser napkin got you.
Freaking, no. I'm nail gun of the sea. That's the new, because this was fucked. So I get out of the water and I like hobble my ass down. Like I'm already like, oh God, it's going to be bad. And you start to have if you've been stung before, you know what's coming. So you begin to panic.
Yeah.
I got to the lifeguard tower and was like, hey, and this sweet little girl's like working at the lifeguard tower. And I'm like, hey, I got hit by a stingray. She's like, okay. And I'm like, this one's kind of different. And she looks over and looks down and sees my freaking toe crucified. And her eyes just get like saucers. And she's like, I can give you a hot pack. And I'm like,
Call 911.
No. Well, she's like, by the time we get the truck up here, you're probably better off just going home. And at this point, it's like starting to hurt.
So when the poison gets in your bloodstream, so the initial shock is the hammer, the nail in the foot, which is going to hurt regardless. Then your blood starts pumping, and the poison
begins to circulate,
and it starts to like ache and
like so.
pulsing.
At this point, this is like 3 minutes later, as I ran down the beach. My lymph nodes in and around my nuts started fucking ache.
Really?
Like really bad. Like holy shit. And I was like, okay, this is way different than any other one that I've had. And so she's looking at me. There's a couple dudes, some like local old timers that were at Beacons, like looking at me like, oh dude. And I went down and I just like touched it. I'm like, and it kind of moved. And I just freaking adrenaline pulled it out. Just
You pulled it out yourself.
Pulled it out on the beach. And then it was just all like just
squirting blood.
So I just ran up the fucking path, ran down the street, jumped in my car. I'm like trying to call my wife on my iPhone, but you ever like have wet fingers and you're trying to
it won't work.
I'm like, Siri, call wife. And like Siri's not responding. And then I'm trying to dial, like unlock my phone with my wet fucking finger. It won't recognize my face. God. It was like a nightmare. And then I get on 101 and traffic is backed up because of the construction. So I'm like starting to like see fucking white light at this point.
Okay.
So I'm driving on your side street. I'm sorry, all the neighbors that live over here on these side streets. There was an asshole driving in a Toyota Tacoma at like 70 miles an hour down the side streets the other day. Bad. I don't advise this, but I had temporary insanity.
Yeah.
I finally get to my house. My wife finally calls me back, and I'm like, you need to turn on hot water, get the tub going.
She's like, what's going on?
Get her in.
How was
no,
her
she
session?
knows.
She knows
she's
something
very well versed in stingray. So I get home and I get my wetsuit on, and we have a house cleaner that comes every couple weeks.
Yeah.
She's cleaning the house.
Of course.
And I run into the bathroom and
bleeding.
Dude, like squirting. I run in the house and I put my, get in the hot water of the tub, and I'm like at the point now where it's like level 10. Like I'm like biting a towel, like telling my wife, just knock me out. Like, please put me out of my misery. I had like 2 hairy old painkillers that were like from a previous like surgery.
Yeah.
I took those right away because I knew it was going to be bad. They did not. By the way, they did nothing. Like not even.
They might have been expired.
I don't know.
But
like,
I think
they should at least do something.
Yeah.
Like, and so the water. We have like a tankless water heater at our house, so the water can get like to 160 degrees.
Right. It can get hot. Yeah.
So I've just got my feet in the hottest water possible. The pain is not subsiding. I'm like going through these waves of like the most intense freaking pain ever. Like I've been stung before, and usually like you ride it out. Like it's like, yeah, I know this is gonna be bad, but it's gonna stop.
Yeah.
It didn't stop. And I just couldn't get the water hot enough. So not only did I get stung by a stingray, I also cooked my feet. I burned my feet so badly with scalding hot water that now the foot...
Both feet?
Well, they were both like really beet red when I finally went to the urgent care at like 4 o'clock when the pain finally subsided enough for me to be able to get out of the water. I went to the urgent care and both my feet were beet red. Like it looked like
your sweatshirt.
Yeah, it looked like I'd been sunburned, but was wearing pants.
Oh man.
So then I go to the urgent care and she's like, "What's wrong with your feet?" I'm like, "I don't know." And then it dawned on me later, as a giant blister began to form on my toe, that I had actually cooked my feet in 130-degree water for 4 hours.
God.
So now it's not the stingray thing, like that went away, but now I've got like a burned foot, a scalded foot.
Like third-degree burn?
I think second. I think third degree is
second
like
and
where
a half.
it kind of affects your muscles. But so now I'm on gnarly antibiotics, dicycline or some bullshit, you know, and I'm on like a probiotic. I'm like smearing this stuff called Manuka honey all over my foot.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be like crazy like bacteria can't grow in whatever the blah blah blah. So now it's just a battle against staph, like a gnarly staph infection. And once again, if you go in the ocean, you catch a stingray, kill it.
I'm really sorry that happened to you, Todd, because that is one of those things where that you can shuffle your feet, you can do all the precautions, but a lot of times when you're pulling out of a wave, you jump off your board, like there's nothing you can do there.
Hey, fuck this thing. I would way rather deal.
We're gonna allow that much cursing from you at the top of the show because of the pain you were in.
People say that if you curse a lot, like you actually is a sign of intelligence.
Oh, really?
Yeah, read that.
Well, then you're really smart.
But let me say this: is that what was I talking about?
Stingrays.
Oh yeah, stingrays. I would way rather have a deal with great whites than stingrays.
Well, deal with...
Well, like in Cape Cod, like there's a lot of great whites. You know they're there. It's risk inherent.
But no stingrays.
But there's no stingrays.
There's a lot of stingrays in Southern California.
And I think right now it's crazy. Like the water temperature is perfect. You know, it's because there's a lot of kids. Like if you go and surf like away from the pack, away from like where there's kids playing in the water, that's where the stingrays go. Ugh. Because they all get driven away.
I hate kill things for no reason, but I have killed one stingray before in my life.
I would kill all of them. I don't care. What are they
shot
doing?
It with
what are they doing for the natural ecosystem of the ocean? Nothing.
Well, sharks eat them.
Sharks gonna eat.
Well, sharks eat stingrays, so you should like sharks even that much more.
That's what I'm saying. I like sharks.
Jeez, that was a rough start to surf news, Todd. I followed the saga via your social media and through personal texts, and I never want that to happen to you again. We're going to see
either. I have to make sure my foot's not that bad. It was really red before. Like I have to keep monitoring my swelling to make sure that I don't.
I thought you were going to show us your toe.
Have a blood infection? No, you can't see it.
It's wrapped up with a gauze.
It's really wrapped up. It's covered in honey. It's delicious. All right, so that was Stingray News brought to you by New Greens.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Jeez, Todd, that's a horrible story.
So do you think I should get this like dipped in like where it is? I
think. Or burn it.
How'd that look? Look cool.
Be pretty irie. Dip it in gold.
What if I put little fins on it? Like I said, like a little surfboard.
It's kind of one of those things. It's like that thing tried to kill you.
The guys at Stab said that I should just strap that to my foot and go in the water and step on stingrays and give them a dose.
You could do that. Did you did a story for Stab?
No, they just commented on my Instagram.
Oh. Stab, you should do a story on Todd's stingray sting.
Yeah.
Bite.
Do you think
you got bit by? Is that a stingray tooth?
Am I going to be on? Do they call me from Nat Geo? When do I get the Nat Geo call?
Well, a lot of people get hit by stingrays. I would say you have exclusive on the through the toe stingray bite.
I think
it's a bite, right? That's the tooth.
Yeah, that's the tooth.
There's two of those.
Hundreds of there's just two. They're fangs.
God, these little bastards.
Fuck these things.
Vampires of the sea.
This is actually the stingray penis, and now I'm pregnant with a alien stingray baby. Ooh, you know what I should do today for the thing for Instagram is put your face on a stingray.
Did you do that already?
Maybe, but who cares?
Let's do
it again.
I just saw a lifeguard drive by. Sorry, Jeez.
Why are you crying?
I'm not crying. My eyes watering.
Why?
I don't know. Is it hot in here? Jeez. Okay. Wow. Well, from that awful, horrible story.
Into more horrible news over
That is
at
not.
the world's best surfer or whatever it is. What is this stupid
So wait,
show?
are you now Ultimate Surfer hater?
I just can't handle it, dude.
Why can't you handle it? What is it? What is it? Why is it so offensive to you?
You know when you watch like those videos on YouTube and it's like a dude singing really badly and it's just so cringy that it's like you're embarrassed for them? That's how I am with Ultimate Surfer.
So you stopped watching it?
Yes, I can't handle it.
Okay, I can handle it.
There's more anxiety in an episode.
But you know these people.
I know, but I'm just saying it's like watching an episode of Breaking Bad. I'm like, how could this get any worse?
Okay. Here is my now this I've concocted this defense, and of course you know me, I'm a positive guy all the time. Mm-hmm. I can find ways. So yes, the show's corny, but I think it's corny in a good way. It's hilarious. It's funny. And we know everyone there. They all want to be there. They all want fame. They all want money. They all want to win $100,000 if you win.
But how much is the appearance fee?
That I don't know. I'm sure there's something. They're all gonna
30 or 40
gain popularity on Instagram, and that's gonna be good for their personal brands. Luke Davis and Koa Smith, for example, two surfers doing it right. Koa released like a surf workout thing.
They're already established surfers like Zeke and everyone. They're already like.
They're all rippers. You can't take that away from them. No. So what about it bothers you so much? Give me a condensed version.
It's because I live in the television world. I work in television. I know how it's edited. I know that these people are not like this. The situations are not what you're seeing.
Right.
And that's the part that makes me. It feels icky.
Well, I did an interview with Anastasia Ashley the other day.
Oh my God!
One of the stars of the show.
She's cool.
And
let's hear it.
She is cool.
Roll the tape.
Should I roll it?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if I can roll this as it's going. Actually, you know what? I think it would sound better
that
if.
Sounds like shit.
I think it would sound better if I put it in the show.
Yeah, put it inside.
Then
the show.
You won't be able to hear it right now.
I'll hear
we
it.
We can react
to
the
it. Show.
Okay, this is the interview that I just had with Anastasia Ashley, one of the stars of Ultimate Surfer, and I'll tell you which.
Exclusive.
Oh, this is so exclusive.
Okay, so you can put that in there? How come it doesn't go?
Heck yeah.
For those of you watching on the,
we're still live on that.
Live. This is the part where Chris puts
I know how to do this.
Puts the things in where the other thing goes.
The thing is in the thing.
All right, do we put it in there?
It's in there.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm just going to boost the audio level up right there.
Yeah, prepare your speakers.
Okay, basically what I'm saying is, for you watching, you're getting the secret sauce of the show, right?
Well, we all are.
I mean, we all are.
How am I going to react? What's the gist?
I'm just going to give you the gist, and then when you go back and not listen to the podcast, which, do you listen to this after it's over?
Hell no.
Me neither. Who would want to sit through an hour and a half of this crap?
I do remember you saying that they were painting Anastasia out to be like the bad guy.
Well, exclusive YouTube content, bonus. Basically, that was the Anastasia Ashley interview. Todd did not hear that as I edited it in. The long and short, Todd, is the question basically about how she got on the show. And then when she was on the show, I would say Anastasia is probably the most reality show-ish contestant.
Very polarizing figure within surfing.
And it was like you said, it's edited, and she definitely admits to, and I can appreciate that she played up a little bit of the kind of scheming villain type of role that show needed. Here's the thing with Anastasia Ashley that I fully respect and that I think she's misunderstood for. So I would say she was a QS level surfer. She did good in some events. Her rise to popularity really was catapulted by the twerking at the Supergirl Pro, right? A couple years ago. She went super viral on Chive and that, like all those types of, what were some of those websites back in the day? Like Maxim, Chive.
Look, she's super fit.
and
she works on staying super fit, and she worked the system before anybody else was. Now everyone's working
the system. I have a lot of respect for Anastasia. Yeah. I think she's super cool, and I think that, you know, you can talk trash on her all you want, but she's fun. She is meticulous, and it was a methodical approach to getting something, you know, going viral, and then once it went viral, grabbing onto that and riding the wave, as they say.
Every time I've been out there, it's been fun and funny.
Yes, so, I agree.
I don't care.
So if you do want an update, Ultimate Surfer's on again tonight.
Okay.
Social media that is put out is pretty funny.
I heard that someone was floating a rumor that it was already canceled.
No, it's not canceled. It's coming on again. Everyone's gonna float those rumors, right?
Right. That would be shitty if it was canceled before I even got to the third episode.
Do you want some spoilers?
Yeah.
I guess they're not that spoiler-ish because they already happened. So the first two shows...
Are these predictions or spoilers?
These are spoilers. Okay. So Anastasia Ashley did get eliminated by Tia Blanco. Tia Blanco rips.
So
this was a close one.
The eliminations are all happening in the pool.
The eliminations happen in the pool. Kayla Durden and Austin Klaus, both from Jacksonville, Florida, were eliminated. Luke Davis eliminated. That's a big one. I saw Luke Davis as one of the big stars of this show. Now he can go back to riding some of the best waves in the world. No one feels bad for Luke Davis. He's extremely handsome, an amazing surfer. Probably gets paid a lot.
Like I said, I haven't watched it yet, really.
I watched it.
Is Kelly showing up in these?
Kelly shows up via like video and gives challenges and gives tips and stuff.
What about Joe?
Joe Turpel is basically Joe starts. He helps call out like the challenges, and then he commentates when they're in the pool, when they're surfing in competition. Mm-hmm. And he's paired up with a female analyst that's pretty funny, and she's a total like reality show type. So Joe, what are these fins on the board? You know,
Joe, what is a surfboard?
They are hot. Okay, so and then Joe has done an amazing job of just being himself and sticking to, you know, the actual calling and trick. I love Joe, and he's killing it. And I would would you have done that job if they offered it to you?
I was just gonna say to you, you know, eventually, if this is successful, they're gonna do Ultimate Snowboarder. And
Todd is first one in line.
I want that fucking job. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Put me in, coach.
Okay. So Todd will be hosting Ultimate Snowboarder.
What is a snowboard?
You know? And the main host, the host of the show, I believe he was a bachelor. He seems nice enough. I mean, look, this is not for everyone. I think it's entertaining. I think it's funny.
Any show that you have to throw the caveat in the front of it, it's like, it's not for everyone.
Well, there's a lot of shows that are not for everyone. The UFC show was not for everyone.
Well, you know what a show that is for everyone? Let me get it.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Wipeout. No. Wipeout is a show for everyone.
Wipeout. Okay, Wipeout.
There's no one that doesn't like Wipeout.
Unless you take obstacle course running very seriously, you would be like, why are they making fun of this obstacle course? Because I take this very seriously. Will you tune in to Ultimate Surfer tonight and tomorrow?
No.
Yes, you will.
I'll watch it.
I don't believe you.
I will watch the whole season on an airplane somewhere.
So you will watch it. Look, if it's like the Howard Stern quote, right? Half the people watch it because they love it. The other half watch it because they hate it. But at least there's two halves watching it. That's 100% of people. You
hate us because you ain't us.
Yes. Now, let's throw out a poll. How many people out there listening or watching Monday M.A.S.S, the world's greatest action sports podcast, how many of you like Ultimate Surfer, find it endearing, find it funny, find it interesting?
Oh, this can be one of those questions to make sure you're answering, and we'll give you a prize.
Yes.
So answer in the comments on our Instagram.
And you get a hat.
And we'll send you a hat.
So early in the show, we didn't make it.
I know, but this makes people have to fucking.
Who likes it? Who does not like it? If you don't like it, give us a reason why. If you like it, tell us why. Boom.
There you go.
There you go. You want to know what
engagement, Chris?
A different type of surf show.
Okay. Still
entertaining.
Yep.
And I will go on record. I like the Ultimate Surfer for what it is.
This other show is really good.
100-foot wave on HBO.
I think it's great.
Oh my god.
I think
it's so good. And I like big wave surfing. I think it's it's obviously it's crazy, it's entertaining, it's scary, but I never thought I would be this engaged with it.
It's like you look at it and it's two different forms of editing. Truly.
Right.
It's like, the Ultimate Surfer is like got this crazy cut, wacky editing, and then 100-foot Wave is all about the dramatic edit, and they nail it.
Well, what's cool, like, so I watch it with my fiance, and she surfs she likes surf videos and stuff like that, but it's a pretty cool to sit there and watch it with her because she is fully engrossed and entertained in it. She's laughing at Ultimate Surfer and having fun with it, like, enjoying it like I am. But we watch 100-foot Surfer and we're both just locked onto the screen. Mm-hmm. And
100-foot Surfer.
I think 100-foot Surfer, it's about a giant surfer.
It's actually about
He's a mech, though. He's a robot.
It's about Owen Wilson.
It's just, it's really good.
Owen Wright. Not Owen Wilson. Owen Wright. It's a
Owen Wilson
tall joke.
Plays Owen Wright.
Right.
With really special effects, he's 100 feet tall.
Bad.
Yeah. So full credit to both shows. There's something for everyone out there.
Here's another in surf show news.
Oh.
You heard of this show, The Outer Banks?
Is that a surfing show?
No, but in the first season, it's this weird show. My daughter's into it.
Oh my
god!
God.
Then I watched
so you like The Outer Banks, but you don't like Ultimate Surfer.
I was
that
liking.
Is insane.
Listen.
I'll let you talk.
Surfing was a pillar on which the plot of the main characters sat. Like they were surfers.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's like in there.
Okay.
In the DNA of
the show. Outer Banks is good.
I didn't say that.
Ultimate Surfer's bad.
I didn't say that. Didn't say that.
You sounded like it.
No, I didn't.
Go on. What about Outer Banks? So they're surfers?
That's it. It's a show. Outer Banks. Look, can we all just agree that Surf's Up is the best movie featuring surfing? It even eclipses North Shore. I think.
No.
I think so.
No.
I think so.
It's good.
It's fucking great.
It's good.
Surf's Up
is great.
Surf's
It
Up
is great.
Is the best.
Is it better than North? I've
It's
got
the
a poll
best
for you
surf
out there.
movie ever.
What's better, Surf's Up or North Shore? North Shore was a documentary about a young man from Arizona.
Yeah, but he's not a penguin.
It's a documentary.
It's Big Z? Are you kidding me?
I wish you were in Surf's Up.
Same.
I mean, I would have loved to have been in it too, but I just wish you were in it too.
Chicken Joe's right. All right, keep going.
Speaking of, you want to talk more about entertainment?
Yep.
I just went up to WSL headquarters with Rosie Hodge, Mick Fanning, Mitchell Salazar. We filmed a Rip Curl WSL Finals preview show that drops any day now. We're really getting excited for the upcoming WSL Finals.
Does it show? Do you say things like, I'm really getting excited for this upcoming event?
Well, just like all format changes and all that, there's controversy on both sides. Some people love it. Some people don't like it. Some people love Ultimate Surfers. Some people like Outer Banks, like Todd. But the crux of it all is a champion will be crowned in the water for male and for female. The crux of it all. That was a free advertisement. You're welcome, Alex White and Crux. I think it's going to be really cool. So the show's going to be great. Mick Fanning was awesome.
Mick is the shit.
He's so good. And he actually throws out his picks. I'm not going to tell them here, but he had some really good insight, of course. He's Mick Fanning. He had insight as to...
I think,
yeah,
arguably the biggest news in social media and surfing leagues is your lip service by our World Surfboarding League.
You know what? It is an honor.
It's so fucking good, dude.
If you don't follow World Surfboarding League on Instagram,
I don't know who does it, but if you're listening, you're doing the best. You're doing God's work.
I'm going to play a clip that I have on my phone.
Please, if you're following us,
so picture...
also follow at World Surfboarding League on Instagram and go back through their library of video. It is so good.
And no offense taken, and if other commentators are offended by what World Surfboarding League does to your face, and I'm sorry, but I think it's hilarious. Imagine my face with a little different lips.
Yeah, there's different. They animated.
Pretty sure Leo Fioravanti
That's me.
is not Mexican, but Italian. Shut up, gringo. Yeah, shut up, gringo. Well, I say...
Yeah, it's good. That was Mitchell and Kale telling me, shut up, gringo. It was a great,
It's a
that was a great episode.
It's so great.
Do you ever try to pronounce
No.
that?
No,
Not
I
even?
didn't fucking go there.
Well,
I see.
like,
I was
give me
always,
a snowboarder's name that you would almost want to pronounce like...
Look, I had floated the idea for a few years of announcing each rider's run in their respective country's accent.
That probably wouldn't fly on NBC.
Oh. But you know, when I say Finnish names, I like to like chuck the Finnish.
Yeah. It could just be viewed as slightly insensitive, trying to do
but like so
accents.
But
But
yes.
do you want to know more about the 2022 Championship Tour
I don't know.
qualifiers?
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's talk about this for a second.
Okay.
Because literally in that country,
Okay.
everyone would say.
What country?
Well, let's just say for Finland.
Okay, Finland, yeah.
So any Rukiarvi, like you have to say like her, like there's a
Okay,
little.
yeah.
But if you say it like in American, it's any Rukiarvi.
Right.
So is it weird that you are actually putting the emphasis the same way that like a Finnish speaking person would? Is that weird?
No, well, okay.
Because that's how their name is said in their country.
I think Anchorman really, like that's an example, right? When he would go, or a news person would be speaking.
I'm not saying do it like
No.
in like an over the top way.
So like Italo Fajera, for example. I
beg your
have
pardon?
done that a few times. Italo Fajera. And
It's not Italo.
I have been asked
It's not Italo
by
Ferrari.
a loved one to just say Ferrera. Or I just did it again, Ferrera. So do you say Ferrera or Fajera?
But why would you like Americanize it? That's the question that I have. Is like if this is this person's name.
Yeah.
When they say their name to you, it has the enunciation.
Ferrera.
Yeah. So why would you decide I don't want to rock the boat? I'm gonna freaking vanilla ice this thing and pronounce these two R's like two hard R's.
Ferrera.
I don't think that's. I honestly, if the common consensus is that that's a weird thing to do, then I'm staunchly on the other side of it, saying like this is how they pronounce it in their accent. Why wouldn't you do it? You'd be doing them a disservice by butchering their name while thinking you're doing them a service.
Kelly Slatter. That's how he told me he wants his name pronounced. Slather. Yeah, Kelly Slather.
It's Slather.
Yeah. Well, I will be announcing at the upcoming Rip Curl
Well,
Days.
how would you
so
say?
we'll see.
How do the French pronounce your last name?
Coté.
Yeah, Coté.
Coté.
See,
Like this.
It's Chris Coté.
Chris Coté. Todd Ricards. Todd Ricards.
No, my name is like as fucking white.
Todd
vanilla.
Richards.
Todd Richards. Hi.
Hi, I'm Todd Richards.
I'm
Chris Coate.
I'm the dick in the frat house.
Hi, I'm Todd Richards.
Anywho.
Yeah, so
What's going on with
September
this
9th,
WCT?
potentially
It's
next
not
week.
the WCT anymore, is it?
the championship tour.
CT.
Yeah, the CT. You've got the top 20 locked in for the men, the top 9 for the women.
Wait, what year are we talking about?
We're talking about 2022.
Oh, yeah.
And just so everybody knows, you can go to worldsurfboardingleague.com and see the list, but we're going to get our new qualifiers. So you're going to have 13... No. You're going to have...
You work for these guys?
Something's going to happen soon.
Soon.
No,
There's going to be a thingy.
The first Challenger Series event is the U.S. Open of Surfing Huntington Beach, which comes up later in September.
It does?
Yes.
They're doing the U.S. Open in September.
Yes.
How has this information not been anywhere?
It is everywhere.
But it's not.
It's on the worldsurfleague.com.
Who the fuck goes to that website?
I go to there when I do research for the show.
You're paid to go there. I'm
But
just
I'm
saying,
not.
They're not doing a very good job of even advertising the championship tour event at lowers. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you guys are out there and you're listening to this, as everyone is, and you are part of the marketing crew, I haven't seen.
Would you not go on Instagram?
I'm on Instagram every day looking up
I
stingray news.
I could find it right now. It's all over.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't know that the U.S. Open was happening.
Maybe that was a scoop that I just like.
Maybe did
brought
you
up.
drop hella scoops?
Did I
on us?
drop knowledge? No. Look, it's right here.
Where? But what site? Who else?
3.8 million people follow at WSL on Instagram. Next stop, Lower Trestles. It's right there in the bio. 9 through 17.
I follow them, but I am not seeing anything about the U.S. Open of surfing, and I don't really see this very much. Like, usually you're bombarded with dates,
and times,
and things and times and schedules. Like, I've got so many freaking alerts for World's Greatest Surfer. Like, that shit shows up all over my feed, but I'm not seeing anything about this.
Challenger Series coming up, highlights.
Yeah, where is it?
It's in the phone.
It's buried in your phone.
The files are in the computer.
Anyway,
well, that's why people listen to Monday M.A.S.S to get the news.
I would potentially be happier to attend a U.S. Open of surfing in September when the kids are back at school.
Okay.
Not as many
Are
people.
you going to paint your chest? Are you going to
I don't think
make
they
a
do that
sign?
anymore. Is it what are they gonna, so it's when? What are the dates? Later in September?
Look, I'm gonna go to worldsurfleague.com.
You heard it here first, folks. They haven't even announced this shit
Oh
yet.
my god. You're just trying to get me in trouble now.
By who?
Events. Okay, I'm gonna click on events. Let's click on some events. What do we got coming up? Events.
It's not even there. Zzz.
Oh my gosh.
Where is it?
How is it right here? 11 events in September.
Okay, where is it?
Oh, there's a WRV in the Outer Banks. You love Outer Banks, the show.
Yeah, but you still haven't found
U.S. Open
September
of
20th
Surfing,
through
Huntington
26th.
Beach, presented by Shiseido. Men's and Women's Challenger Series, the first one of the year, stop number 1 of the Challenger Series. And then, September 28th, the Cuervo Surf Ranch Classic.
Another one there?
It's a longboarding event.
Oh.
Men and women. So there's lots happening, Todd.
Okay. Well,
I think as an action sports enthusiast, you need to maybe just try a little bit harder to inform yourself so we can inform all of our millions of listeners what's happening.
I'm really
I didn't mean to guilt you. You're enthusiastic.
This WSL schedule update has been brought to you by Foo Wax. Do you want to stick to your surfboard better than snowboard bindings to a foot? If
we're giving commercials, we need some wax.
Well,
where's the wax?
Why was he sending us the wax?
Well, the wax is in the mail.
I trust him.
I trust Wellesley. I would love some.
I forgot to get him in there at the top of the show, so I'm saying.
Oh, maybe that will make our wax delayed till the middle of winter.
Anyway,
so
there's a U.S. Open of surf.
I got a Foo Wax tip.
Is Kanoa Igarashi going to be in it?
Yeah, I'm sure. Although he is qualified for the 2022 Championship Tour already.
But will it be like your typical U.S. Open where you've got your mega pros and your aspiring pros?
Yes, but it's a Challenger Series event, so you have to be pretty highly rated on the QS. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna have, oh my gosh. So I'm looking outside right now, Encinitas, we're in a little neighborhood, kind of in the cut, soft side streets and all that. I pull up to my home break the other day. It's really, there's no parking lot, it's stairs, it's a hidden spot. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of dudes pulling giant board bags off the roof. I'm like, what is this? Like, who is this? I pull around the car. It's Wade Carmichael, Connor O'Leary, Mace Callahan, Sheldon. Yeah. So a whole crew.
Sheldon Pajan?
No, Sheldon Simkus.
Oh.
And who else was with them? Laura Enever's brother, I believe.
It's pronounced Endeavor.
And it was just really random seeing a crew of CT surfers right over here.
Steps.
No, what? Never heard of it.
Did they burn you?
No, I actually didn't have a surfboard. But so what that tells me is a lot of Australians are here for the summer because either they want to go support Morgan at the upcoming Rip Curl WSL finals.
More likely than not, if they go home, they can't leave.
And if they go home, they have to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks, and then they can't leave. So I think a lot of these guys and gals are going to be competing at the Challenger Series event in Huntington Beach.
That's what I mean.
So it's going to be very high level, and I think it's only 4 days. So it's not a full 8-day extravaganza like it's been in the past. It's just going to get straight to the meat
They're going right to
of the
potatoes.
competition.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So yeah, there will be a lot of World Surf League news coming up soon. You can check out my show. Just check out my show. Check it out. It's me and Mick Fanning.
I'm excited.
Mick Fanning.
I'm excited to check it out.
Mate. Have you watched the show on Stab called SURF? I think it's a Bondi Brewing collaboration thing. It's basically like a competition show. And every episode's going to be... So S was... these guys had to ride the longest wave possible, and they're surfing and stuff in between. It's Ozzy Wright, Sully Bailey, Ari Brown, Jake Vincent. Jake Vincent is the Australian kid, the super tall dude that does like crazy shove-its and amazing. One of my new favorite surfers. It's really good. I want to recommend it to everybody. It's a really great show. The latest episode, they got to go to a surf shop or go online and buy the best board they can for $100 and a 24-pack of beer.
That's pretty sick.
It's really cool. It's really, the editing's great, the personality, I love it. I love it. What else we got? Stab 100's coming up. And we're going to have a bunch of movie premieres in the surf landscape. Kalohe Andino's got a movie tour coming out. Italo Ferreira.
Let's get the secret invite.
Italo Ferreira is going to have a movie coming out.
That's pretty cool.
There's a local here in Encinitas called The Lockdown. Bee Sting Productions, September 16th. This is just classic, old school surf, local surf video premiere nights. A bunch of
food
local
fights.
Rippers.
Where's that going
at
to be?
La Paloma, September 16th.
For sure, a lot of product. People.
There'll be product thrown. It's going to
streaming.
be awesome.
Cool.
I cannot wait.
Very cool.
And I think that same night, Beric de Vries, South African QS ripper, who will be competing at the upcoming Challenger Series of the U.S. Open, he is throwing a big party in Carlsbad at Gnarlywood, and he is throwing a party to raise money to compete on the QS, on the Challenger Series. It's pretty rad. He has a GoFundMe out right now, which you can find on his Instagram, but I think it's a great idea. Look, there's not a lot of sponsorship dollars around there.
Should we do
right?
that for the podcast?
Probably.
We should throw a
Podcast party.
Mhm.
I wonder who wouldn't show up. And everybody wouldn't show up. That's the crux of the story there. A lot of stuff happening. You can check out Monday M.A.S.S Instagram and mine and Todd's Instagram.
Okay, this is crazy news.
This is horrible news. So, a kite surfer, I'm just going to read it straight up. This is so gnarly. A kite surfer has died after rushing to the hospital on Wednesday after he crashed into the wall of a home in Fort Lauderdale. So, this guy was kite surfing in the ocean. I don't know what happened. A gust of wind, something happened, ripped him out of the ocean, and like a ball at the end of a string, slammed him into a building, killed him.
Just shit whipped
Gnarly.
into a wall.
Heavy.
It's not like I don't see that coming sometimes.
Yeah, it's just, you see kite surfers blown over roads and stuff sometimes, but to be flown,
Thrown into a wall.
just like you see, what are those things called?
Bolos.
Bola, like that whipping motion. It's just horrifying. It's so sad.
And that's what happened to me. Just got shit whipped into a wall.
For everybody involved, you're at your house chilling on a Wednesday.
Ugh, just some dude gets whipped into your wall.
What the hell is that? Yeah, so condolences. That again is like one of those. There's never a bright side to death, obviously, but he did die doing something he loved. It was probably a horrifying end. But if you're gonna die surfing or skateboard, I don't know. Does that help? Does that
No.
It doesn't, right?
No.
Okay, I take it back. That's just horrible. In brighter news, Rock and Fig, as we know, passed away not too long ago. The whole community of Huntington Beach, tons of people showed up for a giant paddle out on the north side of Huntington Beach Pier where Rick, Rock and Fignetti, was a fixture in the lineup as a commentator on the beach. And we had about 2,500 people there, 500 people paddle out. So it was a big paddle out to celebrate Rock and Fig, as it should be. So good job, Huntington Beach, coming out for a legend. In other surf news, when is Outer Banks on again? What time?
I don't know.
And is there...
I'm just saying, I saw like one show.
I
That's
prefer
all.
Ultimate Surfer
Who's
over
from
that.
Who's from the Outer Banks that you know?
Brett Barley.
Brett Barley.
Brett Barley's been on the show.
Ben Bourgeois.
Benny B. The list goes on and on of Outer Banks rippers. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed that surf news brought to you by Hanson Surfboards. Now it's time for... Do you have any more surf news? Now it's time for skate news, brought to you by Beneath Apparel at BN3TH Apparel. Use the code M.A.S.S 20 at checkout. Get yourself a discount on the world's best underwear.
Before we get to the obvious news,
Okay.
let's have some underground news.
Oh, underground skateboarding news.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Oceanside's new Turdside Park is really turning the heat up.
It is, huh?
Big time pros are starting to show up. Milton Martinez
Yep.
was there putting on an absolute demo the other day.
I think that a lot of those pros actually help build it.
DIY, just shitty, downhill, rough pavement, fucking awesome.
So it's a big parking lot in Oceanside, California. I believe we're allowed to say where it is, right? We're not gonna get beat up.
The reptile.
It's by like Mission Avenue or something.
I think they've already been served papers on get rid of this.
But from what I heard, the owner of the parking lot is going to build a big hotel or something, and he told them they could have it for 4 months or something like that. I could be way off, but
I heard rumors this morning that the city's already told them to get rid of it.
get rid of this.
You know.
We don't want skateboarders in a parking lot.
We already made you a skate park over by the airport.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this will serve notice.
My favorite part about it, and it's in all DIY spots, is that you can have some of the best, smoothest cement skate parks on the planet near you, but there's nothing quite like skating a shitty handmade, rough, transitioned park with a bunch of crappy obstacles.
Yeah.
And that's almost more fun sometimes.
Well, yeah, it adds to the challenge, right? Figuring out how to ride something
I think
made
it's fucking
by
awesome.
hand.
Awesome as awesome.
I fully agree. And I think the name is really cool too. Turdside. Should we call someone for this next part? Should we try to call?
See, this is gonna be
Better Call Paul?
Yeah, let's Better Call Paul. We're going to try to call right now.
Better Call Paul.
The Olympic. This is the person who was announcing the
park and
street competitions at the Olympic Games in Tokyo.
And what did we
couldn't get a hold of him.
Oh yeah, because he was sleeping.
So this is P Zitty.
Hold on, Paul. We're introducing you.
He was at Vert Alert this weekend in Salt Lake. Go ahead,
Vert Alert. Paul Zitzer.
Wait, not Vert Alert. What was it called? Is it
Vert Alert?
Dude, you guys are talking over each other. I don't know what you're saying, but I think you're asking me about Vert.
Sounds like you're
It's our podcast. We can talk over each other if we want.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
No.
What'd you think?
Sorry.
I thought it was awesome. I thought, well, let me give you my real opinion.
Here we go.
Paul, here we go. Is the Legends competition that happened the night before? I haven't heard cheering like that since like Vision Skate Escape in like 1986. It was crazy.
Right. Hey, so listen to this. First, not to be like, it wasn't a competition. The Legends was just a demo.
Yeah.
But it was so mental. It was the best thing. It was kind of like the most inspiring thing I've seen in skateboarding in a long time.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's not taking anything away from any of the great street contests because I love them all. But this was like people jumping out of their seats, going bananas, right?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And so the funniest thing is I was sitting behind like every Street League pro watching that demo, including like Nija and let's see, there was Zion Wright and Deshaun Jordan and there was David Loy and whoever else, and they were freaking out like they had never seen anything like it. And I don't know who said it, but I heard one of them say, "This is just like the video game," and I thought that was funny because it's like they've never even really seen vert skating up close.
Wow.
They're just referencing the video game.
I never thought about that. So this is like the first, the Vert has been in X Games, of course. There's a big Vert contest in Malmö, Sweden. There's backyard Vert jams, but this was really the first big spectacle stadium style Vert event in how long?
like you said, besides X Games, it's been like at least a decade, right? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been forever.
It seems to me that, well, the X Games has been kind of like, it's one of those weird ones where you know it's X Games, so like a lot of people don't go and watch, but it feels like this,
right.
The way that the fans could approach this one was just so much
It's
better,
pure.
and I think it's like, from what I've heard, is like Tony's really trying to push this,
Yeah.
you know, because it's really easy to consume watching a vert comp. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. People love to see skaters flying around, and then the actual contest itself, men's finals, women's finals, they were both amazing. And we should also say is like X Games is an invitational,
Yeah.
so it barely really counts as a true vert contest. It's more like a show. You know, it's a contest wrapped in entertainment, whatever. This was like a true contest. These were the top 8 out of these qualifying rounds that they did at Tony's ramp when it was in business. So it's like these are the best people, and they were murdering it, and it was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome.
Well, we've been talking about, everyone's talking about Jimmy Wilkins as
Yeah.
like, oh, well, Jimmy's already won this, but things went a little bit different in the finals there. Eduard Damestoy?
Yep.
Frenchie is on one.
I had never seen him skate before. I mean, I'd seen him skate on video, and seeing him skate in person was awesome. Yeah, Jimmy's probably like, maybe he was being no. You know what? It was an overall impression contest. So they had 40 minutes of jam that you were supposed to try to do as much variety and stay on as much of your runs as possible. And Jimmy was bailing a little bit more than you can if you expect to win. And Eddie just stayed on everything, and he did so many different tricks. Like, he did a kickflip Indy 5 during the jam, and then he would also do like the best frontside inverts, and just, who knows, he did everything. Kickflip Indy, backside 3.
Yeah.
Like, he did so many hard tricks that, I don't know, maybe we've all seen a lot more of Jimmy, so to see somebody that we don't see all the time doing all kinds of amazing stuff and just smashing it was exactly what it took to win.
Hell yes. And then, of course, we got Skye Brown taking the women's.
Yeah.
So most of us are more familiar with Skye Brown as a park skater, although she basically grew up skating vert. But how did Skye Brown win this thing?
She pretty much, like, there was no question about that. She was rolling in every time from the roll-ins, and she'd start a run with like a 6 or 7 foot air. She was going twice as high as everyone, and she stayed on every run and did like kickflip indies in every single run. There was absolutely no debating that she was going to win. But I wanted, like, it was really cool to see Bryce Wetstein skate vert versus park, because she, you know, it's a lot of times people get in these kind of like vert run habits where you know what you're going to see, but what I love about Bryce is that you don't know what you're going to see. I don't know. I mean, I kind of claim that she doesn't know what she's going to do.
Right.
I'm sure she does, but you kind of get that vibe. You know what I mean?
Love it. Hell yeah.
It's not often that you get a fakey no-handed airwalk in the middle of a run. Like, that was pretty intense.
I know, right?
Nice.
That was good. Yeah.
I love it. Well, hey, congratulations to all of Vert skateboarding on, I would say, what is a kind of a big instant comeback.
So
everyone's talking about Vert Alert.
Before we close out the Paul Zitzer minute, so did you do Street League as well?
No, I did not. I kind of got out of the rotation because when I was at the Olympics and I had to miss one, and then I didn't know what I was going to be doing here. So I don't know if I'm going to get back in there or not. But to answer your question shorter, no, I didn't do Street League.
Oh, but you did the Olympics. You threw that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't ask you about that.
Yeah,
we didn't really ask you about that, but that's cool.
You want to talk about it?
You and I can talk about it off air. Todd's still a little upset about that.
No.
Don't worry
No,
about
Paul, awesome show. Congrats, Tony and the whole Vert crew. So what's next for Vert Dogs everywhere? Is this something that we're going to immediately see more Vert events happening, or, what's next in Vert?
Yeah, because I've already heard everyone's wanting to know when the next one is.
Yeah, when's the next one?
I don't have an answer. I did talk to Tony about it, and he said he's working on it. He wants to do more, but I don't think there's one on the schedule.
Right.
So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But hey, based on the success of this one, I feel like it's a guarantee now. Like if it would have been a big dud, then it'd be like, well, who knows? But it's like, yeah, come on, it was so good. They got to keep doing them.
Love it. Well, maybe Todd and I will be invited to the next one, but probably
I'll
not.
invite you guys personally.
Okay,
so,
you'll get us good seats in the stands.
Thanks.
Thank you,
I'll
Paul.
see you guys there.
You are
Thanks.
a consummate professional, and we're going to go. Thanks, Paul.
I love you guys.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
See you later.
If you didn't hear that end part, Paul said, I love you guys.
Yeah.
I love Paul Zitzer, too. Why wasn't Paul in the Legend Vert demo?
I bet he took some runs.
I'm going to look for those.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Do you want to talk about
I saw this.
vertical domination? Oh, God. Tom Schaar's new video is called Airborne. I did message him for an interview. Did not hear back, which is why he doesn't need to talk to me.
Tom Schaar came up as like one of those young flying mega babies.
Yep.
And has slowly evolved into
a big flying mega
man. He's so good at skating transition, whatever the transition may be. I mean, you just watch some of these parts. He's been, attached to the hip with Chris Gregson for years now, and just putting out some of the most insane follow lines. His new part, from big cement parks in Oregon to Elliot Sloan's house to even Tony's ramp.
Yeah, a bunch of mega stuff. Yeah,
like, it's just
it's next level.
It's so next level that Tom is just one of these people who's been like touched. He's like, he can do whatever he wants whenever he wants to, and he's insane. He does a freaking basically like a body varial ollie to fakie. I think that's what it is, or the fakie ollie body varial.
He's got a couple. He did
some bullshit.
A fakie pop back foot impossible.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
I mean, there were so many tricks. You can picture like Danny Way mixed with a little bit of Bob, and there's Clay Kreiner in there. It's just like this modern amalgamation of
he's
some
so
of the big ass skateboarding.
And it's like you said, it's big. It's big skating.
It's big.
You're 10 feet out on every trick.
I like that he calls it Airborne too.
Yeah,
it's a great name because he was airborne the whole time.
Flying air baby, now airman.
Other videos you should watch on the internet. There's a short little mini documentary about the Pabich family, Roman and Cedric and their parents. The parents just seem like the raddest people ever. The kids wanted to skate. They were in Ocean City, Maryland, ripping, doing contests and the whole thing. And they're like, we need to go to California. Mm-hmm. We need to get these kids skateboarding with the best. And they sold their house, bought an RV, boom, California. This is parental support.
Parental?
At its finest. Alan Losey news.
What is the Alan Losey
So
news?
Alan Losey, legendary. I mean, there are legends and then there are legends like Alan Losey, one of the best to ever do it. So he has been stricken with a debilitating case of complex regional pain syndrome, a progressive disease of the autonomic nervous system, basically that has him in intense chronic pain all the time. This is is it a disease or a syndrome? I don't know exactly the difference. But
is there a fucking difference? Who cares?
He's in
what
constant
the semantics is,
And the skate world has come together to show Alan their love. They did a big art auction. Guys like Gons and all these legendary skate artists painted boards to auction off. Alan Losey has already spent $350,000 of his own money. He sold everything to try to live, to try to fight this horrible disease.
So gnarly. You
can go to helpalan.com or just Google Alan Losey and you'll find out, if 5, 10, 50, 5,000, 100 million, whatever you have, if you can spare a little bit of it, Alan Losey, be awesome. There's a literal blood feud happening in the skate world.
Yeah, and it started like a thing that was trending all over social media last week. What was the thing?
Okay,
what was the thing though?
Lil Nas X, one of my favorite rappers.
I'm trying to find where the thing is.
Came out with a Nike shoe injected with his own blood.
Right.
And a 666 Satan kind of theme, which had Christians and people at Nike and a lot of people really upset because they can't grasp that there's a successful, awesome rapper who is an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ rights and all that fun stuff. They can't accept it, so they got to attack him for whatever he does. I thought the shoe idea was amazing.
What was the saying that was trending last week? It's like, nah, he something.
Nah, he tweaking?
Yeah, nah, he tweaking.
Was that started from this?
Yeah, that came from
Okay,
this.
so Lil Nas X is upset because Tony Hawk had some of his blood put into 100 skateboards. And this was through the company Liquid Death, a water company. So
Shout outs.
Tony Hawk had his blood injected into 100 skateboarders, and Lil Nas X is upset, like, well, why'd everybody get mad at me? I just put it in shoes, but Tony Hawk does in boards, and you don't get upset. I'm not one for reactionary upsetness, but I think we owe Lil Nas an apology.
Yeah, that's a little weird how they.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Lil Nas X
Yeah,
deserves to put his blood in shoes if he wants to.
Yeah. Whatever.
Tony Hawk can do it, so can Lil Nas X. But I would take one of those boards.
Give blood.
Tony Hawk did say something funny. He said, although it may make the world a better place, please do not use this blood and DNA to replicate and make a new Tony Hawk
They
clone.
would call that bird seed.
Bird seed. That's not blood, Todd.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's a number 3.
That was skate news. Thank you to the Alex White for these awesome new Crux trucks. And you see I got a birthday boy. Do you know what a birthday boy is?
Yeah, it's when you get a new complete.
No, that's a Christmas complete.
Oh.
A birthday boy, new deck, new wheels, old trucks.
Oh, who told you that?
A birthday boy. My friend Blair, Allie, told me that.
Blair said that's a birthday boy. Not a Christmas complete, it's just a birthday
A
boy.
Christmas complete is everything's new. A birthday boy, I believe, is either a new deck or a new deck and wheels.
Are those darkroom wheels?
Yeah.
No way.
It's a whole darkroom setup, generator distribution hooked up. You got one.
I didn't get
Did you
wheels.
But you got a board.
I got bored. What size
Be
are those
thankful
wheels?
for what you
Those
got. 56.
56s.
They're 56. We got Crux trucks, bones, bearings. Thanks, Vern Laird.
Damn, you skating some fucking
Grip tape.
transition?
All I skate is transition. And the streets. Not stairs. Or rails. Or curbs.
Or really anything.
Or curb cuts.
Is it flat
Or
and smooth?
ditches. Or ledges, for that matter.
So
or
mainly-
bowls.
Mainly,
Or vert.
Mainly just handicap ramps that are in a skate
Or
park.
banks. I'll skate a bank.
Hmm.
No hips. No, I do love hips. No round rails, no square rails, no rectangle rails. Triangle rails, hell no. Bump to bar, no. Whoop-de-doos, yeah. Uh-huh.
This segment of the show is
Gaps, no.
called Things
No.
Chris won't skate.
Mini ramp, yeah. 8-foot ramp, why
Nah.
not? Pool coping, maybe.
Maybe.
Coping, maybe. I'll touch it.
You don't like coping?
Metal edges, sure.
All right. Moving right along.
Okay, Snow News is brought to you by Bubs Naturals, collagen, MCT brain oil, nutritional supplements. Bubs.
Chris, COVID kicks us in the dick again to begin our snow.
Come on, no, I don't want this.
Another lockdown in Southern Hemisphere has shuttered the ski resorts in New Zealand
Damn it.
with,
Oh, they locked down
they
tight.
fucking
Wait.
love a good lockdown.
Well,
in
they
Australia and New Zealand.
are also the country that only has like 2 cases of COVID.
Not
so
anymore.
what are you gonna do?
For a country that, I'm not saying do it this way, do it that way.
Controversy.
But for a country that's like locked down as tight as they were, and all of a sudden there's like a shitload of COVID running rampant, you're not gonna fucking escape this bullshit. This is never gonna end. This
Right.
is never gonna end. So
Yeah, that's a positive way of looking at it.
I'm just being a realist, dude.
He's being real with us, y'all.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I thought that was really,
I don't have any answers.
I thought that was a bummer. And also in other depressing snow news,
Oh my god.
the fire that has been raging in Lake Tahoe just ripped through Sierra at Tahoe Ski Resort this morning. It did a lot of fire scorching to the area, but the lodges and the lifts and everything were saved by firefighters that are up there battling their asses off right now fighting this fire.
Fire's not good, but saving structures and people and lives is great. Thank you, firefighters.
It's just sad because, you think about, like, where is this fire going now? So it just went through, if there's the 50 that goes to South Lake Tahoe from coming up from Sacramento. It's ripped through Sierra Tahoe. Next on the map is Kirkwood.
Jeez.
And then, it's going to head into, like, they're trying to stop this thing before it actually grows any bigger and travels along the west shore of Lake Tahoe towards Alpine, Squaw, Homewood.
And all the houses and whatnot.
And all the homes and houses, and there's such crazy evacuations going on. I've been hearing stories about a lot of the, like, bears have been coming because the smoke inhalation not only affects people, it affects the animals too. And I guess a lot of the bears have been coming down to the lake and just rolling around on the freaking ground because they're out of it, They're just in smoke inhalation.
It is so sad.
It's so fucked, and there's, like, the evacuations right now are insane. So my heart goes out to everyone that's in Tahoe dealing with this shit.
Fires are worse than ever, right?
It's not even fire season yet here.
Oh.
It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Fucked
Be prepared.
up.
That's one of it's like, wow, no, I'm depressed.
Well, it's just, it is the natural way of the planet to do this.
So
sucks.
You're saying it is what it is.
Kind of it is what it is. It's like, all these natural forests do, like, the natural way a lot of these trees pollinate is they fucking burn and then they pop and then that's how they reseed. So it's something that is necessary in nature. It just sucks that there's so many people that are going to lose because everyone wants to live in nature and be around nature. A lot of people are going to lose structures, but it is the way of the planet. And
it is.
Climate change isn't really helping that, but, like, it is. Earth's going to Earth. It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah, and with more people on Earth.
How's that for global fucking destruction news? Anyways, snowboarding.
Any good things happening in snowboarding? No. Not really.
The Burton team just went to the big frozen ice box in New Jersey.
What's that? Oh, the
Snow Dome.
We gotta go there.
Big snow wad.
They have a wave pool in there too.
They do.
We already talked about that.
A lot of people just came back from there.
A lot of people are talking about snowboarding inside in New Zealand.
Yeah.
You can't snowboard inside in New Zealand. You can snowboard inside in New Jersey.
Snowboard shit's starting to show up at stores right now, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You got any hot tips?
I'm just saying, like, Wednesday is September 1st. And that's typically when everything starts to drop.
Well, you still have time to shop for my birthday, Todd, September 23rd.
That's your birthday?
It's coming up. I'll be at the U.S. Open of Surfing, Huntington Beach. That's my present. Work. It's like
a blue hot porta potty will be where you're spending.
Patton Oswalt said, once you pass 21, you only get a birthday every 10 years.
It's true.
So, no birthday. Go to work. Shut up.
I don't really know of any other snowboard news. I haven't really been paying attention. We had good snowboard news last week.
Nerd News is brought to you by Panic & Coffee and Tea. Oh, you forgot
What?
You forgot my coffee.
Don't worry about it.
I watched the Anthony Bourdain documentary, Roadrunner.
Did you like it?
I loved it. And it made me love him so much more, but it also makes you realize that, fame and getting everything you dreamed of is not always what it's cracked up to be.
I'd like to try it.
Aim to the middle.
I'd like to try it.
Aim to be this popular and rich and famous. Because when you get this popular and rich and famous, you might not like it. But this one, that's a good one right there. Who's a middle famous person that you think has a really good life?
Ken Block.
Ken Block, he seems very happy.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty middle famous. You're right.
Who's like a high famous person that has a pretty good life?
Well, Jonah Hills is pretty famous, right? And
he seems like he's got a pretty fucking good life.
Been around here smiling a lot.
A lot of smiling. Did you see his thing in GQ? I guess this would be tacked on to surf news, but also nerd news because he kind of seems like a big nerd.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah.
I heard he was upset with the guys at Beach Grit.
Who isn't?
Surfing needs villains.
Well, I guess if you don't know those dudes, they would upset you. They could upset you.
He did not think they were funny.
Right.
Beach Grit, I think, did a podcast with Jonah Hill.
I don't know if
It's
they
a
did.
book.
I don't know if they did. I think they asked him to do it, but he knew about them.
Oh.
So basically, it was just like, why would I fucking come on there? You guys are just gonna give me shit.
I think he should have gone on there.
I think you should
come on here.
I do too. And this is
We got
you
Paul
are
Zitzer.
If you are out there listening and you are friends with Jonah,
Oh, Jonah is actually a big fan of this show.
we would like to have him on for 15 minutes. We are funny as fuck. I like his movies. I like his tattoo.
Dude,
He looks great.
I just watched an older Jonah Hill movie.
Which one?
Called True Story.
I haven't seen
It is so gnarly. It's a good movie. Is it a... There are some children that get murdered in it graphically on screen, which I don't know if you like or not.
Now you have my interest.
That part was hard to watch.
There are dragons and incest.
It's him and...
No?
There's no incest in there.
Dragons?
Well...
Sorcery?
One of the characters could be considered a dragon.
Oh.
Not a good guy. It's
we're
a real dramatic... thrilling ride. Let's just say it's called True Story. It's an older Jonah Hill movie with what's the guy from? He's another famous actor.
Mandalorian.
No, he was in Pineapple Express.
Oh, Seth Rogen?
No, the other guy in Pineapple Express.
Oh, the one that
Ed Sheeran. No. Damn it.
The other guy.
The other guy. He was also the Green Goblin. That help?
Oh yeah.
Green Goblin.
Anyway, did we talk about this last week?
Green Goblin?
Did we talk about Spider-Man news? This is nerd news.
Yeah, we did talk about Spider-Man.
We talked about the new
leaked
trailer. Right after we did the show, the trailer dropped.
Oh, because they are big fans of the show, and they said, "Well, they're talking about
everything
it. Let's drop the trailer."
Spider-Man, the Journey Home, or whatever the fuck it's called. It affirmed everything that I said.
Okay.
Chris,
I'm excited.
Did you ever play Halo?
Not
fan?
really. I liked the look of it. I like Master Chief. That's the guy, right? I was a fan of Halo. I just never played the game.
Oh, well, the new one is coming out December 8th.
Wow.
I'm excited.
I'm still full on into Fortnite.
Boring as fuck.
Oh my gosh.
So dumb.
That's not true.
Let's talk about why Fortnite is dumb.
Let's talk about why Fortnite's awesome. I'm playing with Morty Mech now. I'm using silenced assault rifles.
So let me get this straight. Fortnite. Let me break this down for people that do not know about Fortnite.
Everyone knows about Fortnite.
You build shit and then run around and shoot people.
That's not true.
Then what is the building?
Okay, here's what makes it fun. Mm-hmm. You log on to the game. You can dress yourself. You can go in all kinds of different realms of dress.
So far, it's already taking up too much of my time if I've got to costume a character before I can shoot people.
You sit through games with storylines.
Yeah, but
that is not a valid excuse.
It's going somewhere.
Take it back.
I'm not putting on a fucking Hawaiian shirt.
That's not true.
Who appreciates the way you dress in a video game?
Many people.
0 people.
No, people go, wow, that's a cool skin. That's what we call them in Fortnite.
As they shoot you in the face.
So 100 people get dropped onto an island. Mm-hmm. You go and you hunt people down, or you hide, you collect weapons, you collect health and all that, and then a storm comes in and starts pressing everybody together, and it makes for a big battle at the end. It's sick. I love it. And if you win, you get a victory royale, and you're proud of yourself.
When are you building houses?
You can build as you fight.
Why are you building?
To block people from shooting you, or to get high, or to climb stuff.
Are there rocks?
You can throw rocks.
Can you hide behind rocks?
You can hide behind rocks.
Then why build a fucking house?
Because there's not always a rock to hide behind.
Can you blow up the house?
Look, I don't make fun of the games you play.
I'm just trying to get
It's super fun. Because you're playing against people from all over the world.
Okay, but can you
blow
the
talk
houses
smack.
Up?
You can blow houses up.
Okay, so then what's the point of building a house?
For someone to blow it up. It takes skill. And I, for one, get victory royales.
Are you better than your kids?
One of them.
the
other one's better than me.
Really?
Yes. I started playing Fortnite to play with them. Mm-hmm. We do duos, and now I play by myself.
Now you're addicted.
When they're at school, I'm playing Fortnite.
Really?
Sometimes.
Does your significant other ever get mad at you?
Sometimes she gets annoyed with me, and she's making dinner, and she's like, "Oh, you could actually hang out with me and help me make dinner, or you could go and get a dub at Fortnite." I'm like, "Let me get a quick dub."
But she knows the terminology.
Yeah.
I've had that.
But I put her before Fortnite. Family before Fortnite, you guys, for real.
FBF.
Do you know who Spencer Eldon is?
No. Oh, yes.
Spencer Eldon was the naked baby on the cover of Nirvana's Nevermind.
Okay, this dude needs a slap.
He's suing the band for $150,000.
That's it.
And he's saying that makes the dollar bill is a baby naked. So this guy was totally
150 grand.
The guy was totally into it forever, and then all of a sudden now now he feels like a sex worker, and he's got all this damages.
It seems like a very, very specific amount of money. Like he's in trouble for 150 grand.
See,
like why would
I
you
agree
ask
with
for
you. That's such a random number.
300 million.
300 million.
You guys
a
made
lifetime
how much off of Nevermind because of my little fucking peanut waving around at you in a pool? Why would you go? I need 150 grand. There's a drug dealer.
There's something happening.
Wants to kill
the dude
him.
is kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
And I get it, but I don't get it.
It's pretty funny.
I think
Didn't he go and like redo that photo?
He's done it every year.
Yeah, so what the fuck, dude?
So now he's changed his mind. He's suing Courtney Love, he's suing Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, Kurt Cobain, Warner Records, David Geffen, Universal. He's suing everybody.
Chris.
With all of those people, I think he'd get more than 150 grand. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I have some other...
Babies can't sue, though.
I have adjacent news to
Adjacent Nirvana news?
Foo
news.
news.
Their first album's good.
Did you see 90 Bushnell's... I think that's how you pronounce your
Can
name?
you talk a little bit louder? I can't really...
Nandi Bushnell?
The little drummer girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
from England. She finally got to play on stage with the Foo Fighters. I don't care. I know you don't like the Foo Fighters.
Their first album was good.
But...
They seem like really nice people.
It's really hard not to be moved by that whole thing.
I will admit to you, you sent me the video, I watched it, I almost cried.
It's pretty insane.
I would say as a band, they by far do the coolest things live of any band.
Totally.
I mean, you don't see... What's another big band right now? Metallica. You don't see Metallica doing disco covers.
Or inviting people up on stage to fucking play.
Yeah. You don't see...
This isn't the first time either. Like I remember there was a guy that came up, I think it was in somewhere came up and played songs with them, like, and killed it.
It was like a wounded Marine. You know, they do these cool things all the time.
Really rad. But I just
love the Foo Fighters for that.
I think that was...
And their first album was great.
She mangled Everlong. Like, mangled it.
What do you mean mangled?
Like, played it... Wait, mangled would be like
that would
bad.
be bad.
Okay.
That's an insult.
Slayed it?
Killed it?
Killed it.
Crushed it?
Yeah.
Slayed it?
Well, mangled is along that same line.
No, mangled is never good.
But if you can say slay... And you can say kill and crush. Why can't I say mangle?
You can, but people are going to think, why is Todd insulting an 11-year-old girl? She's on stage with Foo Fighters, and he's saying she mangled. I thought she did pretty good.
She played well?
She destroyed it.
It was awesome.
She crushed it.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I watched the whole video.
I did too. Her dad was the best part, screaming his brains out.
Just because I don't love their music doesn't mean I don't love them as people. They seem to be the coolest band, the coolest group of people.
You personally didn't like Dave Grohl before.
I like Dave Grohl. Sonic Highways, every music documentary, Sound City. I love all his work. I just choose not to be yelled at by him for hours on end. And that's what it feels like, other than the first album, which is good.
Moving right along. Guess what? Did Jake Paul fucking beat somebody up again?
This is insane.
There's people going absolutely apeshit on social media this morning about this.
Okay, so Jake Paul, YouTuber, boxer, boxed Tyron Woodley. Is it Tyson? Boxed a former UFC world champion.
Boxer.
And everybody, Tyron Woodley was an ultimate fighter, mixed martial artist, legs, wrestling, all that. There's none of that allowed. Mm-hmm. Which I think is brilliant on Jake Paul's side.
But he was a good striker. I think that was the thing. Is like he could really hit.
Punch.
Yeah.
Well, not hard enough. Jake Paul is now undefeated still.
Apparently, though.
Apparently.
And here's the
rub.
The bit of the rub. is a lot of people are saying that Tyron Woodley was pulling punches, and that he knocked Jake Paul senseless on one punch and could have ended it with a follow-up and didn't punch.
And he was dancing around after.
Right. So there's all this, like, everyone's saying it was fucking rigged. I don't really care.
I would not pay $60 to watch this fight.
No. But everyone's paying $60 because they want to see Jake Paul fucking get knocked out.
The guy's brilliant.
He's brilliant, dude. He's brilliant.
What can you say about him? I mean, and you know what's funny is...
Don't hate the player, hate the game?
I used to hate him because I didn't really know what he was all about. But now in his interviews, yes, he's obnoxious. He's a narcissist. He's a braggart.
And these are the good things?
But
these are the positives.
He also says things sometimes that you're like, okay, that makes sense. I want to inspire other people to get out there and get active and box and live their dreams. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
I did hear that, like, his whole goal with this thing is to get these fighters paid.
Yeah.
Because they're not really getting paid.
That is a hugely admirable element to the Jake Paul
thing
saga.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving right along. Let's do some questions.
Yeah, let's do some questions. Let's wrap this damn podcast up. Jeez,
questions are brought to you by Beneath Apparel. B-N-3-T-H. That is what you put on next to your skin, and it makes your balls feel great. Unless you're a woman and then you don't have balls. Unless you've chosen to.
Pretty sure Leo Fioravanti is not Mexican, but Italian. Shut up, gringo. Yeah, shut up, gringo.
We've got questions.
Oh, here's
You've
one.
got questions. We've got answers.
I got one. Here's the first question.
Okay.
It's by Danny Caputo. He says, "What bearings are good?"
Bones.
I say Bronsons, and you say Bones.
I say Bones Swiss, and if you can get your hands on a pair of Bones ceramics. Woo.
Why do you say that? Because that's what media has told you to like?
No, because
Why?
my friend Vern Laird, I've tried all the bearings.
Oh, really?
And my friend
You've
Vern
tried
Laird
all, you've
sent
tried
me...
all the bearings.
I've tried Bones bearings. I've tried Bones Reds. I've tried Bronson Speed. I've tried all kinds of bearings.
And
I don't skate fast enough to really...
Yeah, so like, why do you even know?
Because I just like Bones bearings. They work for me. Like,
you like the logo. What you're saying is
well,
like,
why are you arguing? What bearings do you
because
like?
the second half of his question is now argue with Chris no matter what his answer is.
That's the second half. Okay.
That was like, Danny, that
was a setup.
That question fucking ruled. I'm going to send you something for that. I don't know what.
No, he's not. Todd's not sending it.
I might.
Send him the Stingray.
The intern's going to send you something.
Okay, this is from Pixamol. Chris Coté, you don't know shit about either skating or I'm going to read this exactly how it's written. You don't know shit about either skating or surfing, but they keep calling to comment on stuff. This 540 thing is just a capitalist approach, trying to fit both sorts into the same category, and it's a joke. I find it sad that you go along with it.
I find your question childish and pedantic.
I find your lack of candor insulting. It's not a question either. DC Carter says...
What's he saying?
Can we please get the play-by-play of Todd going toe-to-toe with a taser napkin?
Guess what?
Including
we already
the
did
post-match. Yeah, we
did that.
He's messed up.
Obviously,
you heard him talking for the last hour. He's not right.
The Stingray now has a YouTube account about it, and you can like and subscribe to the Stingrays.
Aaron Checkwood wants to know.
Oh, Checky.
Hey, did Todd ask you to pee on him when he got stung? No, he asked me to pee on him like a month ago for no reason.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how many people actually think, because you're supposed to pee on the ammonia in your urine is for jellyfish and urchins.
I say, I'm not a doctor, but I say pee on yourself and others.
You know, what you're supposed to do is when someone is stung by a stingray, you see that person in pain, and then you pee on the closest person
or
near
pee on
you.
the stingray.
Yes. Or just...
Aaron Checkwood wants to know. One more question. Oh, this is a real question here.
Okay.
If Connor or Morgan goes all the way through the finals, do they have to surf potentially 6 heats in a day? Is that fair or even possible?
Yes, we talked about this.
They'll go 1 heat, 2 heats, 3 heats, 6 heats. These are the best surfers in the world. And they will be going, I believe, men, women, so there will be breaks in between heats.
No, it's not fair.
It is totally fair. If you
No,
can't surf
because
6 heats in one day, why are you on the championship tour?
Because the guy that's in the lead.
How many runs do you take in a half pipe at a contest?
It depends. You can make your choice.
6?
Not in a day.
Maybe.
Not in a final event that is the most important event of your life.
Jeez. You have a lot of opinions, don't you, Todd?
What else do you have for us?
This is from Skateboards and Nature. This is a question for Todd. Who is Bozrek?
Bozrek?
Yeah.
Bozrek is Nate Bozung and Matty Ryan's. They're 2 dudes from Utah, and that was their thing.
Oh, they're like crew.
Their crew. They're joined. They become one. It's like a.
Oh my God. California Mud Motors comes
boy.
through.
Here we go.
This is
would you
controversial.
rather? Controversial.
Would you rather?
Mm-hmm.
Milk crate challenge in the street in front of your house and Beefs TV films it, or come out publicly on record with your stances on COVID vaccines, the California recall election, and the pullout of Afghanistan?
Wow.
I don't think my stances on any of those 3 things are necessarily controversial, but I would love to fill anything with Beefs TV, so I'm going milk crate challenge with Beefs.
Speaking of that, did
Yeah.
you see so shortly thereafter the episode last week,
Yeah.
my son went and joined the rest of Encinitas at Food Skate Park for an evening of
The
milk crate
Lucadia
challenge.
Chinatown milk crate challenge.
Apparently we were a sponsor.
We were a sponsor, and we only sponsor events that also are co-sponsored by restaurants with 2 specialty cuisines,
Right.
being Lucadia Chinatown, Italian, Chinese, which...
There's only one restaurant in Encinitas that specializes in cuisine of 2 ethnicities.
There is a Mongolian restaurant, but I believe that all of their cuisines are kind of under one umbrella. They don't make a delineation firmly between 2 choices.
Right.
Because from my knowledge,
Mhm.
Lucadia Chinatown just does Italian or Chinese.
You don't know
It's not a
craving
mix.
until you've had hot and sour meatballs.
Well, if you're, let's say you go there with your significant other,
Orange,
and you're like, well, what do you want?
Fettuccine Alfredo. Have you ever had that?
They don't mix them,
They don't?
but you can on your own plate.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Ethan. Oh wait, did you answer?
What?
What are you doing? Are you putting all your political views out there, or
milk
milk
crate challenge?
Did you say milk?
What?
You say milk crate?
Milk crate?
What's a milk crate?
It's New England. So, anyways, what I was talking.
It's New England.
I was talking about my son eating shit.
Yeah.
He just went there and slammed, and apparently it was. I'm really happy no one died.
Your son had one of the best.
It's unreal.
Oh, and then didn't I see Paul Zitzer's son with a similar slam?
Yes, apparently.
Todd Richards and Paul Zitzer's offspring are flying off milk crates.
Knuckleheads. I'm glad that's over. Is that over? I think this week it's over.
I think
Are they
if
still
you're
doing
doing
it?
a milk crate challenge now, it's kind of like, okay, what's next?
Yeah.
The dog shit challenge, where people swallow in dog feces.
Didn't Divine do that in that movie, Pink Flamingos? She ate the
I
dog
don't know if
shit
that
at
was
the end.
dogs. Question for Todd. This is from Ethan.
What?
Todd, is there a reason cab on a skateboard is a fakie backside, but cab on a snowboard is switch front? I'm not trying to start arguments or a heavy debate. I've just always wondered about it and appreciate
Fakie.
your views.
Okay, hold on. Repeat that.
Okay, cab on a skateboard is fakie
Spinning backside.
backside,
Yeah.
or it can be front side, right?
Yeah.
Cab on a snowboard is switch front.
So it'd be like going backwards and then turning backside.
Yeah, so why is it different on
It
a
is-
snowboard?
It's not.
You can call a cab on a snowboard.
People started calling things switch 180s because it was like, oh, that makes it sound harder.
Yeah.
Basically, I've had this discussion with Cab. I mean,
Steve
look,
Caballero.
it's one of these things. You can only do Caballero on a ramp. When we were coming up with all this shit, we were just trying to imitate skateboarding.
Right.
So it's a fakey bunny hop.
True.
Fakey 180 bunny hop.
Um,
Right?
Yeah. Gal named Carolyn Jane.
Oh,
She sounds pretty.
What's this chick?
She
have
says,
to say?
how many different ways can you say, I got a new skateboard without saying, I got a new skateboard?
Ooh,
New whip, who dis?
ooh, that's a good one.
Christmas complete?
Check this out.
Go.
Guess what I got?
What?
That's it.
Oh. Hey, you want to see my new wood?
Ooh, that's good.
Danny Caputo.
already
answer
got
that question.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wanted us to
Two
fight.
more. We have two
He
more.
wanted us to fight.
He so far his question is the only one that had
Valid.
a secret.
So he only sent you the secret addendum.
Right.
That's tight.
So good. Solid.
Um.
We have one more. You have any more?
Oh yeah, this is from my friend calls me Brian. We love this guy, Brian Yobade, on Instagram. He's a very skilled filmer, cinematographer. Works at all the events we work at. He wants to know. We're trying to get a skate park in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Is that where Bam's from?
I think it is.
Well, there's a GoFundMe, and you can look up the GoFundMe, and it is search for Skate Chesco.
So already
Send $5.
Our audience is not looking shit up on the internet.
They're not?
No.
Oh.
So there you go.
Follow Yobade, Bade, on Instagram, and he'll give you the information. Todd, that was a heck of a show, huh?
That was our show. This is the part of the show where I stand up at the microphone. And,
Don't stand up.
And
Your foot's going to blow up.
I sing. Are we still recording?
Yeah, sing.
Okay. That was our show. We'll see you guys next week. I don't feel like singing.